Hey there, guys and girls. It's Julie Hutchison here from Think, Be, Do Leadership. And today we are talking about how not to lose your mojo in your business. Because often what I see, and I experience it myself, being in business myself, obviously, is that as a business owner or a leader within a business as well, if you're in leadership, it can be very similar, really. But what we've got is got that there's an expectation on us to do and think and be the one in our business. Yeah, because we own it, or we are the boss, or whatever it is. If you're the MD, or whether you're, whatever you are, if you are at the top or you are in charge of growing that business and developing it and taking it wherever you're supposed to be going with it, or wherever you want to go with it, the problem is that everything relies on you. Everything relies on you and your energy in the business, your mojo in the business. Because if you don't have your mojo, and I was talking to this with my coach earlier on today, and it inspired me because we were sitting there was, I don't know, maybe 40 people on the call, all talking about our mojo and where we are and what brings that to us and what sucks it out of us. And it made me realize that yeah, absolutely, that if we don't have our mojo, if we've lost that a little bit, or we're not feeling the energy in our business, then our business is only ever going to be as good as our own mojo. Does that make sense? Because if you feel like you need to do everything, if you feel like you're the one who's having to make all the decisions, who's having to then go ahead and do things as well, especially if your business is growing and you're still getting involved in the weeds and you're still thinking, crikey, I wish I could pass that off to people, or I wish I could have a team that could support me more. Maybe what you're feeling is that drain on your energy, that drain on you to always be, perky and up there and with it and visionary and directing the way we're going to go and infusing people and all those things that we have to do to make things happen. But after a while, if you're not careful and you don't manage that energy, and then you're going to lose the mojo for your business. And what that might look like is that you might fall out of love with your business. You might wish that you had a job at Tesco's, or nothing wrong with Tesco's, but maybe you wish you had a job somewhere because you just think, oh, the pressure, the overwhelm, the way this is happening is just not how I want it to be. I don't like my business anymore. This is not what I thought it was going to be. And you lose that love and that energy that you have for your business. And by the way, if you're listening to this live, then please, by all means, say hello. Let me know you're there. And if you're listening on the replay, just put #replay and let me know what your thoughts are for today. And so what I want you to think about is well, what actually gives me my mojo? Because we can lose our mojo. That's true, because we run out of energy and we run out of love for our business. But what makes that happen? What makes us lose the love and lose that energy? And so you think about it, it's not having a top up. It's always something is taking away from you, rather than, yeah, of course you've got to give out your energy, but you've got to have that top up. It's a bit like having a leaky bucket. You're sticking stuff in the top and you're trying to make this happen, but there's a leak and then it's just sucking it out the bottom. And what we want to do is to make sure that we're plugging those leaks and we are supporting ourselves so that we can have that energy, that we keep the energy in the bucket, for want of a better word. Where did I get that from? The energy bucket, I suppose. And so we need to look at, well, what's draining our energy from us? And it will be different for different people. But I want you to think about it in maybe 4 ways. And those are ways of who, what, how, and when. And what I mean by that is, let's have a look at who. Well, if you're a people person, or whether you're a people person or not a people person, then first of all, if you are a people person, then you will gain your energy from being around people, with people, and doing things with people. So I'm a bit like that. I'm a people person. So when I spend too much time on my own, I lose the energy, I lose the interest. I don't feel like I really want to do it, and I need to suck in some energy again. So I have to be around people. I need to surround myself with people. So if you're a people person, you probably need to recharge and be around like-minded people, not just people who are going to use you as a resource, but people who can give back to you and can give you back that energy. And if you're not really a people person and you get your energy from the quietness and the peace, then you need to think about, well, who do I need to remove from that arena that I'm in, so that I can get some peace and think and recharge in that way. So you need to think about, is it, which people do I need to be around more or maybe around less? And then I want you to think about, well, what should I be doing? And the thing is, there will be different things that give you the energy, different things that you're genius at, different things that you're not genius at, and that suck out your energy. And so if you're spending your time doing all the things that are not things that give you energy, then by definition, it's going to get sucked out, and you're going to feel like a squeezed out grape, I suppose. Good analogy, huh, today? So you need to be thinking about, what are you doing? And now I may hear you shouting out to me, but Julie, I don't have any choice. I have to do these things. Well, yes, that's totally true too. But what about splitting out the times in which you're doing these? Protecting times when you're focusing on certain things that give you energy, and then other times when you are doing things that take away that energy. But rather than just merging everything into one, is being very conscious and specifically designing what you're going to be doing when, so that you know that you're going to be, okay, I've got to do this work that takes my energy away, but now I'm going to be doing something that gives me the energy, and I know that I'm going to reward myself, I suppose, for it, or be able to just partition that off so that you're more clear about what it is that you're doing when you're doing it, so that you manage that energy. Because the more you mix up those things, the harder it is to manage the energy. And then there is well, how do I do things, or how do those things get done? Because some things we need to say, well, we need to get rid of completely. Let's just delegate those out because they don't give me the energy. So how am I going to get them done? Well, one, I'm not going to do them. Secondly, how am I going to do them? Well, if you gain your energy through people, then maybe you do them with people. Maybe you bring somebody in. Maybe you look for somebody who can kick your backside or support you in a way. And this is really, really important, because if you're at the top there and you're on your own and you are having to make big decisions, or even little decisions, but on a regular basis, that is wearing. And sometimes we look at that and think, well, I don't know what's the right answer, and I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. And in actual fact, I'm not even sure if I'm doing it the right way, or the way I show up, is that good? And so how we do things is really important to our mojo, because we have to look at the impact that has on other people, which in turn will have an impact on the way we feel. Because if people don't like what we're doing, or we're not having a good impact on them, then that energy bounces straight back off them, back onto us, and we feel like, what's the word? I'm not going to use the word I was going to say. We feel bad. Okay. And then there's the other thing of, like, when do we do these things? When do we get involved in certain aspects of our business? Well, we need to, as I said before, we need to pick when are we going to be doing certain things to create energy or not to create energy. For example, if you are a morning person, then that's great, and you are able to, I don't know, focus on a report in the morning. But you're very much not an afternoon person, and you're trying to focus on something that's really technical and really difficult, and you're trying to push that and force that to happen when you're not managing your energy really well, then it's not going to happen. You're going to feel terrible. So that's about managing your energy. But the other thing I say is, look, if you are losing your mojo because you're the one at the top and you haven't got anyone to bounce ideas off, and you haven't got anybody out there, then who are you going to choose to support you? Because that's the thing. If you've lost your mojo, or you want to keep your mojo and you want to be able to keep that energy in your business, then it would be really, really important that you plug your bucket with some support and some mindset around well, understanding you and you in your business, rather than just being in your business. Yeah, you need to step back I'm always saying watch yourself on TV. But in this case, I don't want you to watch yourself on TV without somebody else. I want you to think about, who can I go to who can support me so that I can be honest and real and say what I really think in front of this person? Who can I talk to about where my energy is, how to manage it, so that I can actually be vulnerable with them without fear of judgment, because sometimes it can be hard in your business, and to be able to say how you really feel, because otherwise you then push it down, you push it away and don't think about it and just keep persevering, keep going on in your business. And it isn't healthy, because eventually either you'll really hate your business and just say, oh, that's it, I'm finished, or you'll burn out because you're not getting the support around you that you need. Okay, so if you're losing that mojo, if you're feeling like you're falling out of love with this business, then talk to somebody. And if you want to talk to me, that's fantastic. Give me a shout, because that's what's so important, is to find somebody that you can trust and be vulnerable with, and to help you to look at you and you in your business and the impact that you have on the business and on yourself. But then that goes on to your family and onto the people in your life too, because really that's what we're about, aren't we? We're about living and loving and being. And we can't do it if we are losing our energy and our mojo in our business, because it rubs off. So, bit of reality for me. It hit me today that I really wanted to talk about it. If that resonates with you, then get in touch and give me a shout and we can have a conversation. So don't forget, don't let your mojo get so low that you feel that you've lost your love for your business or your love for life in general, to be quite honest. So think, be, do leadership. It's Julie. See you tomorrow, and have a wonderful afternoon. Bye-bye.